Of all my recently purchased games, only Regular Human Workshop and Railroad are remaining, so let's take a look at Railroad today.
Oh, hello! You must be my replacement. I'm Josic. I've been the dispatcher here for over 30 years now, and I'll be training you today. It's good to meet you. This is the dispatch interface. Oh, don't worry. We're not very busy at the moment. We've got plenty of time to practice. Why don't we try moving around our view a bit to start? Hold the mouse button to move the screen, or, if you prefer, you can use the arrow keys. Great! Now try scrolling the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Haha, you're a natural. I can tell you're going to be great at this already.
That's quite the zoom. Interesting. Accept more contracts to build up the traffic. Upcoming trains. What are my next steps here? Dude, why is the intro tutorial, whatever this is, frozen now? I mean, I don't even know what this game is yet, and they're just leaving me alone. Do what you want. What is it that I want? Tell me what I want, man. That's how this starts. Okay, continue?
Now, how about we get a bit more comfortable with the interface? There are a few different things that we need to learn about. First up, we have the switches. These allow us to direct the train's route and decide which track they'll follow. Great! Now we'll move on to the signals. These signals instruct the train to either proceed or halt, depending on which way they're flipped. Wonderful! Notice that the signal has turned green. This means that it's set to proceed. Trains will be able to run through it. Let's right-click it to set it back to stop again. Great job! As a dispatcher, you'll be responsible for routing trains to specific locations, so we should get familiar with some of the routes you'll be using. Let's start by making a route from Davidsa, Platform 2, to Bubny, Platform 2. We'll start by setting the switches so that the train can safely pass them. Remember, if a switch isn't set correctly, you'll be given a penalty. Great! Now that the switches are set, you can flip the signal. Excellent! Now that the route is set, a train could run through and reach its destination. We'll try setting another route in a second, but first we need to close the current route. Flip the signal to halt. This will make the track available for other trains again. Normally, a train would automatically reset the signal when it passes by, but for now, we can do it manually. Let's right-click it to set it back to stop again. Great job! Looks like you know what you're doing. Let's see if you can create a route on your own. Try making a route from Bubny Platform 2 to Docks Platform 1. And remember, switches first, then signals.
Middle mouse button gives me this. Well, it looks pretty simple.
Wonderful! Let's clear this route and get started with some actual trains. Let's right-click it to set it back to stop. Great job! Well, you've certainly got the hang of that. The trains will start coming soon. I'm off to get a coffee, and then we'll start for real. Oh, what's that? Sounds like we've got a train approaching. We'd better get back to work. Oh, look! Davice Station has a circular train icon next to one of its platforms. That means there's a train waiting to arrive at that platform. We better wave it through. Left-click on the circular train icon to take a look at the train's route. Looks like train commuter 1011 is waiting to arrive. According to its schedule, it's looking to arrive at platform 2. Now that we've selected the train icon, all we have to do to accept the train is to click on one of the station's platforms. Right, here it comes. Sometimes these trains take so long to arrive, I take a nap whilst I wait for them. Well, feel free to pass the time any way you like. No use sitting here doing nothing. You see that switch down the line? We'd better change its route, or else we'll be sending them straight into a dead end. Set the switch to the correct position. Good work! Now we've got to signal to the train that it's safe to move. See the signal in front of the train? Great! That'll let the train know that it's safe to set off. Once it's past it, the signal will go back to causing trains to halt. We'll just wait for the train to depart now. It shouldn't be long.
Will they inform me now about this time acceleration mechanism?
Oh look! The train just started moving. Its scheduled departure time must have passed already.
Right.
Now we wait for the train to arrive in Budni.
I thought it was
As
8:05.
I said, feel free to take a quick power nap. I know I will. Ah, look! The track's turned red. That means that it's occupied. Time to teach you about reversing. Sometimes we'll need to send the train back the way it came. That's where the reverse button comes in. Just click on the train and we'll be full steam ahead going back the way we came.
Oh, right mouse button.
Oh, I nearly forgot. Make sure you flip the switch down the line too. The train is waiting to go to platform 1, not platform 2. Set the switch to the correct position.
Just checking recording. Okay.
Now we can signal for the train to proceed. Oh, now we can signal. Oh, I nearly forgot. Make sure. Now we can. Oh, I nearly forgot. Make sure you flip the switch down the line too. The train is waiting to go to platform 1, not platform 2. Now we can signal for the train to proceed. Oh, look! The train just started moving. Its scheduled departure time must have passed already. Let's hope it's not late. You won't believe how many late trains I've had over the years. Oh, they just give me a small fine, but nothing I can't handle.
Okay, the numeric keys above the character keys set the speed.
Fantastic job. You know, I think you're ready to wear one of these now. Your very own pocket watch. You can pin it to your uniform. I got this when I first started as a conductor a long, long time ago. Try it on. Wow, that really suits you, huh? Reminds me of myself when I was younger.
So what's happening here? This guy is now where it's supposed to be.
Well, I think it's time to see how well I've taught you. I'm going to let you try dispatching 4 trains on your own now, and you've got to make sure that they're all on time. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be great. Check the timetable to see the incoming trains.
So this down here is the timetable, and we have 3, not 4, incoming trains. So we have 8:10 and 8:13 this one should arrive. Maybe I should adjust these settings slightly. Options, audio. I already observed that the sliders here are working properly, it appears. See how much faster that is going quiet. Is this the train sound? Let's see. Interesting. It's still there. It's not gone, but it's more quiet. Anyway, I'm observing that when I press escape to return to the menu, I'm in that place of the menu where I was before. Could someone call the president and the press? Because it's the first game ever that I see it fucking do that. Thank you. I mean, the music's a bit, it's not my kind of shoe, so let me just make my own quotation marks. Or maybe a different track then. So at 8:13 this one will arrive. I wonder why it's not yet here, like it was in the first tutorial section, where was this, you know, circular thing like this, except, you know, already with information. So this one will come to track 2 here at 8:13. Maybe a minute before it will show up, who knows? 1 second and...
Here's the first train. Make sure to keep an eye on its schedule to see where it's headed and when it's leaving. We wouldn't want it to be late.
Alright.
Go ahead, accept the train onto the platform.
Right, okay, I would have forgotten that. We have to click on the platform to say, this is now your platform. Then it wants to go here to Bubny. And I can... let me just say this prematurely, see what happens. And this is probably a mistake at some point in the game, because another train might be coming in parallel, wanting to use those tracks first. Maybe one of these even. 8:13, 14, 17, 18. Okay, it's a different time frame. They're all separate in time frame. Aha, okay. Which is probably not necessarily the case later. So at 8:14, this thing, by the way, we just saw that was early, it was like 10 seconds early here. 8:13 was the arrival time, but it was there earlier already. I guess the departure will be on time. 3 seconds. And here we go. Yeah, it's cool that this thing has a informative tooltip, but when we click on it, the tooltip is nailed down and just stays. That's a nice concept. Hey, what's this? Commuter. Intercity. This contract type is not served by this station. And this one? Neither. Neither. What are the other ones? Urban transit, freight, regional. Yeah. Yeah, once you have 20 trains to juggle, I guess I'm not gonna need this one so much. So this one wants to go back to this one, to this track. And we need to reverse that, which I hereby did, so there were passengers in there, but now the train was starting in the middle of the passengers exiting, doing this little loop-de-loop over here, which we couldn't see, and then it has turned around. That's what just happened now. Middle mouse button, adjust timetable. Oh, here I can make sure that the timetable changes, or could. Hold the action modifier key to adjust in 10 minutes increments, unlocked by timetable adjustments technology. Okay, this seems to become very complex later. And this is probably just the start. Okay, when will it depart? 8:18. No, wait, what? Yeah, at 8 up to 8:18 it will stay here, then it will start driving. And
If you want to set the signal to halt, use right-click.
interesting, I just wanted that. Aha, we just heard that this thing became slower and now it's accelerating again. Now this is occupied, I don't have any influence on this, right? Or I do, but it doesn't have... Oh,
If you want to set the signal to halt, use right-click.
I just found a bug, I think. Because the signal was red, because the train is now here, and now I flipped it, and I flipped it back, and now it's green. I think that should return to the altered state of this red overlay. Something more active? Okay. Coming. So what's the next thing? 8:21, 8:22. Then it will... Well, it's already at its end state, basically. But we have the other train coming in. How do I get rid of this? Alright, there's a close button here.
Nice work! I knew you were a natural.
Okay, that's a bit weird that it opens the same thing multiple times. When is that ever useful? So now I would have another gameplay element, make sure that everything is unique. I don't think that makes sense. Maybe there's an option that I can set somewhere. Does this pause the game? I hope so. Let's go through the options. Video. Audio. Controls. You can play this with controller. Wow. Accessibility. Don't think that all of these are default. One or two settings I already changed. VSync, for example, and I believe I turned off the subtitles. Oh, I can set what the fast speed is. That is interesting. No, it's too early to make such decisions. I first need to learn what the game's flow is. Level of detail zoom threshold. Yeah, we saw that when I zoomed out a little and suddenly everything became gray, highlighted basically, no longer quasi-invisible. Train reward icon visibility. Platform ordering in timelines. Construction. Data privacy. Well, that's it. That option doesn't exist. Okay, time's running 8:22. This train is saying here scheduled for later. So that directly refers to 8:25 versus the actual clock time, I think.
Another incoming train? Make sure you handle it on time and don't be in a hurry. Non-delayed trains are the essence. Every minute counts. Oh, looks like the train's heading for the docks. We could take the Bubny route, but that takes a while. Why don't we build a shortcut?
What?
See that highlighted button? That's the construction menu. Go ahead and click it.
Well, you can build tracks while
Open
the trains
construction
are
menu.
coming?
Great! Now click the highlighted cell on our map. That will place the start of our new track. Click the highlighted cell on our map.
Where's a highlighted cell? Oh, here.
Perfect. Now we can place the rest. Click the new highlighted cell. This is where our track will end. Excellent job.
Oh.
That'll make the trip to the docks much quicker. Close the construction menu. Perfect. Now you can use that route for the next train. I'm going to step out and stretch my legs a bit. Don't worry, I'll be back when you're done dispatching all of the trains. Good luck.
Interesting, you can just build some new tracks right in the middle of it? That's intense. Also seems kinda arbitrary. Why don't I connect everything with everything? Then I have to set like 10,000 switches. Okay. This one will depart at 8:26. What did I just do? Oh, I just deselected the train. Starting to roll, will arrive at docks. And, well, it was supposed to arrive at 8:33, which makes me wonder, was this change of route here actually planned for the schedule? I guess so, because it's the tutorial, but makes it feel a bit weird when it comes to realism. I mean, I don't expect the rattling of axles and a derailment and all of that stuff. Not at all. That's not what I'm talking about with realism. But the concepts here, the logic, the timetables, the trains, the feel of that is some logical whole, some package. And when that package suddenly tells you, well, you were expected to lay some tracks while the train was rolling a few meters before those tracks. And we already planned ahead that you would do that. That seems wrong. Outside the tutorial. So let's look at some things here. Here we can see this train should arrive at 8:31. It will be way early, it appears, so that's comforting. In regards to what I said a minute earlier. Then what do we have here? Stop the train. Hold to press... Stop the train, hold to press key C. What is that English? Reverse the train once it stops, mouse right click. Contract configuration for schedule editing. Yeah, that's the one I already saw. Focus on to the whole route. Escape gets me out of there. So it was supposed to arrive here at 8:31. It is 8:29, so it's way early thanks to this route change. Alternatively, it would have been here. I click the magic reverse button and then it goes back here. So that's what was planned, but I made it shorter. Not necessarily a good thing, because maybe another train was planned to interfere with this whole route. Okay, that's that train. Why is it going down here? Oh right, I'm currently only looking at that one train. That's it, one train. Started here, came in here, yep, and then it was going here. That's its schedule, and then it should leave the map, aka this place. What if I click here? Where do you want to go? So, if I click this train, I see this. If I click that train, down here everything changes also. So we don't have two different trains on display right now. This one wants to go to Bubny. Is there another train incoming? I see 3 trains here. We have 8:32. Yeah, the times tell me there will be more trains. Am I still in training or is this a game? So now it's going. $8:34. $8:37, it arrives here and then comes back to this one.
No can do. We can't flip the switch whilst the route is allocated. We'll need to halt the signal if we want to flip it.
So what could I theoretically do here in construction? Right mouse button, drop. What does drop mean? Does it mean I delete this rail here? Don't want to risk it. Then again, why not this one? This one is currently harmless. Right mouse button. Length, maximum speed. Can give this thing a name? Clear allocation. Pressing escape. Good thing I have that on my mouse, makes it more convenient. I mean, people who don't have the escape key somewhere on their mouse should reconsider. You need it so very often. I can upgrade this with C. What does upgrade do? Upgrade not installed. Interesting that you can just go right angle here, but I guess this is not a switch, then it's a crossing. Okay, anyway. Arrive, train, arrive! Now afterwards it wants to go here. Oh, where did it want to go? I don't remember. Yeah, actually no, not this way. Oh, what's with this dude? I completely overlooked this one. What is this one doing? I think I did wrong. Stop. This train was supposed to go to this track, and then it was supposed to leave. And I don't know why that happened. Anyway, okay, I need to gather more data points. This one is now on its way here. But didn't I flip this signal to green? No. I'm not sure what I did. Okay, I have to check the recording. Okay, what other trains do we have here? This one is... Let's look at the names. 1030, 2030, 1040, 2040. So this one is basically done and will fuck off at some point. 842. So in 10 seconds it should start driving off of the premises. Next one is this one. 845. And we start driving away. And now it should arrive here. And what does it want to go? To docks.
If you want to set the signal to halt, use right-click.
Okay, let me do
No
this.
can do. We can't flip the switch whilst the route is allocated. We'll need to halt the signal if we want to flip it.
So, this is what I had done 20 seconds ago accidentally. And then the green was only going here, because the switch wasn't flipped. Now I flipped the switch, and now my question is, what will happen? Is this a graphical, refresh display kind of effect? Or will this thing actually only drive to that point? .46 is when it will go away. Ten, 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, depart. What's this? Maybe this means that the maybe it's the tachometer. Maybe that's the thing accelerating. Now it's no longer. There's no longer the plus sign here. It has reached its speed. Aha. So that's what that means. And then what? What will happen now? Yeah, okay, I would call it a bug, because the game's behavior is as normal, only the green refresh here was not normal because the switch was not yet flipped correctly, and that's fine, that's okay, but that creates a situation that is then not accounted for in the simulation. I mean, everything here should be green for the train to actually drive here, but it's not. So that's a bug, yeah. This one was supposed to arrive here at 8:51, we have 8:49, so it's early thanks to the building measures that were taken earlier, I guess. What other trains do we have? 9:05, that's a ways off. So this one will then leave off the map, yeah. Okay. Bit jerky, huh? I guess there would be music here.
Oh, I really needed that stretch. Sitting for a long time does not agree with me. You did fantastically on the trains. Excellent job.
Not quite. Yeah, I'm not pressing any buttons or whatever. I'll just let this run.
Now we've got the hang of things, we don't want to get bored, do we? I think it's time to ramp up the traffic a bit.
Okay.
And we can do that by accepting some contracts. Perhaps one from Device to Bubny and back, just to keep things simple. Open the info panel for Device.
Okay, what does this one want to go to Bubny? Let's prepare that. And then I'm supposed to click on the left mouse button here.
I'll let you know when we're ready. But for now, you should keep an eye on the station info panel. Try to see when our current trains are arriving and departing. That way, you'll be better prepared to take on new contracts.
Oh, okay. So I guess, I mean, I don't know, this isn't yet explained, but I guess if I adjust stuff like here like dispatch until 9 and so forth, then future incoming trains here will reflect that and not demand that something happens here that this thing isn't configured to do. I guess. But there will be some mechanism in this simulation that demands that the traffic keeps flowing, I guess. Anyway, so this one will depart at 8:54 in 30 seconds. In 2 seconds. And then it will arrive here. Next train is at 9:05. And where does this one want to go afterwards? To track 1. We approach what we're seeing. Here is time taking place, this scroll. Not a train moving, but time moving. Anyway, so then we want to go back here. At the appointed time, which is 9:01. Then we go to track 1. There's a pattern here. I mean, every time a train is coming from here, it's coming at track 2, and every time it wants to go back, it wants to go to track 1. So that has something to do with track obstruction, trains colliding and such. I guess trains collision can happen here too. So what did they expect me to do here? Just having an eye on this, huh? Oh, what's this? Oh, I can see. Okay, this is track 1, this is track 2, and we can see here the manifestation expected is this, or planned, whatever. Then we have that. What is that? That's another train, the 2040, which is this one. Which is scheduled for later, 9:05. And then we have the 1021, that's this one, and then over here we have the 2021. Okay, so that's pretty clear, and we can make that wider. Can I not close this?
Open the info panel for Device. I'll let you know when we're ready, but for now, you should keep an eye on the station info panel. Try to see when our current trains are arriving and departing. That way, you'll be better prepared to take on new contracts.
We have a list section on the right side of the screen that is independent of the zoom level. And on the left side of the screen also. And in the middle, we have just some area for windows to be placed arbitrarily. And that is then bound to the zoom level and to the panning location. Interesting. In other words, we should utilize this. Though it gets annoying fast. Let's keep this smaller. What's this?
Open the info panel for Device.
Conductor's office. Commuter. Man, this looks as if it becomes very, very complex very fast.
I'll let you know when we're ready. Open the info. I'll let you know when we're ready. But for now, you should keep an eye on the station info panel. Try to see when our... Perfect. Now seems like a good time, and it looks like you've been offered a new contract. Isn't that a lucky coincidence? Let's click on the offered contract icon and take a look.
Okay, everything...
Go on, click on the offered contract icon and take a look.
Shut up, beardy man. So, everything changed just now. What changed? The time was hot because it was 9. Money... where did the money coming from? I guess from all the trains that arrived probably. I didn't take a look. It was 10,000 at the start. What is this? This the tutorial taking place? Where's that contract thing? Well, here then. Click on the offered
Go
contract
on,
detail
click on the
view.
offered contract icon and take a look. Right. In this delightful view, you can explore not only the contract details, but also the train's route and the stations it visits. Before we proceed with this contract, there is a bit of scheduling work we should do. We'll settle up the platforms for the stops and make sure there aren't any clashes with other train schedules. Trust me, nailing down the platforms will make your dispatcher life a whole lot smoother in the long run. Perfect. With that, our contract is ready to be accepted.
What?
Go on and accept the contract.
What is happening? This is part of the contract, huh? Well, I'm just overwhelmed by the things happening, and by the lack of explanation.
Good work. Now that you've accepted it, it's time for the trial train. It's a reality check for our schedule. You can make adjustments just after the trial, but keep in mind that it may affect how much you'll be paid for it, so make it count.
Yeah, well, how about you explain what a contract even is? Does that mean someone is saying, hey, give me a blowjob? Oh, that blowjob was good. Here's $10. No, this is about trains. Okay, how about trains? Will trains be moving from A to B? Is that what I'm being paid for? Yes, what I'm being paid for that anyway already. That's the task. So what is a contract? Why is the game not explaining this very obviously open question? Let's reduce the amount of information and see what is being shown, because certainly the contract situation should have a highlight or some information somewhere, some additional stuff. Com 7520. I'm pretty sure that's not one of these. Yeah, blim blum blom. These are the ones that were planned, but we also have this one. Whose plan it is to do what? We have a countdown here. What's its goal? It wants to, well, it's already here, so it wants to go to Bubny 2. And in 24 seconds it should depart. 902. Yeah, okay, so this countdown here is a mirror image of the time here versus what's here, basically. This one. And that's the next thing it is to achieve. So what about this dude? 902, and when it's 902 it should take off into oblivion. Good. So I assume that a contract is just like a regular train, except it fucks with your schedule and you have to make that work. So task, end tutorial, show message log. Run the trial train to its destination. Wait for train scheduled departure. Accept or decline the contract conditions. Oh, interesting windowing concept. Huh. In other words, since we're currently only dealing with these things, another button's not on the right, where I would have expected it to be, but now it's on the left. I think this is unnecessary fancifulness. Because look here, that makes the window wider. And now that same thing happens with this button. And here that same thing happens with that button again, but the button is now on the left side. I understand why it's there. I just don't find the reason justified. Can we change the order here? Yes, we can. What if I drag it directly on top of it?
Oh, and a note on contracts for the future. Remember, you should only accept the ones you like the look of. No need to take too many, or any at all if you'll get overwhelmed.
Okay. So contracts, I mean, then we're talking about money, huh? While the train is driving, let's look at the money. Wasn't there some pop-up here? Oh, okay, it's not on the money, it's here. I don't know what the number up here was. Was it 0 stars at the beginning? I don't know. Highest score 5. What does highest score mean? If it would say score, I would get that. Highest score means there are multiple scores that are in comparison with each other. What multiple scores are we talking about? Or is it maybe a daily thing? I don't think we have days here. I think we'll just keep going endlessly. Anyway, okay, let's see. Highest score 5. Then we have this progress bar up there that goes up to 60 stars. Then we have the yellow thing that says on time and the white thing that says remaining. Okay, something else is emerging. This wants to go here, which it can because there's nothing here waiting. And then wants to go to docks. We can make that happen. If I do this now, let's not do this. I guess I will run into unforeseen situations soon enough. Problem is then I won't have the time and mind to want to study them. But right now I also don't want to fuck with things. So where was I? So we have this 4 there, this box on the left in this progress bar that is saying 4. Part of it is yellow, part of it is white. The white part we have to complete, and then we get the 4, I guess, and that will be added to the stars, and then we will have 9 stars, I guess. But why is it saying highest score? I don't get that. Cycle report. Okay, that sounds as if we indeed have phases, for example, every day and so forth. That would be one cycle, maybe. Why don't they call it a day then? I don't know.
Look at that! The train's at Bubny already.
Okay, this one needs to be reversed. It needs to go back to track 1 over here. So I see. This one wants to depart in 30 seconds, and this one wants to depart in 1 minute. So that's the situation we find ourselves in. There is basically a conflict of interest. This one will go here, and this one... What I could do is I could build a parallel track here. Should I just try that? I mean... Learned something. And this one is supposed to go to... we can see that already. Okay, we can see the countdown, 18, 17, 16. Left of it we have the track where it will be going. Left of that we have the symbol for a track, so we know what the number means. And then left of that we have the name of the station where it will be rolling in. So all I have to do now is flick this one. Oh, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. F precision tool. Okay, I guess the precision tool is not yet unlocked. Whatever it really does. Middle mouse button doesn't do anything. I would have hoped that we can just select from a menu there what switch configuration we want, but I guess switching 4 times is, well, there could be more amount of configurations here. I mean, it's a binary problem. What if I add more a track here and there? Then we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bits. That's 64 configurations, dude. Wait, currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, not 64, but 32. Because it's only half, because it's connecting 2 with each other. I'm not sure if the math is sound, I'm just guessing. But that was the right move, because now they can be moving. This one goes here. Okay, okay, okay. What other trains are coming? Aha, okay, I see I can observe myself now getting the hang of this and becoming resonating with my will. My will is beginning to resonate with this playground for will, which is ultimately what a game is. A game is just a playground for will that makes sense within itself and gives you reason to play it. I don't know what the reason really to play this is, other than your will resonating with it, and then you just keep going, and that's fine. I'm not saying, but I mean, if we, for example, look at a first-person 3D game, we have one of the reasons is the experience, because you're in there, you're seeing things. There's maybe surprises, shock events, whatever. That could be a reason to be in there. Or maybe when it comes to Flight of Nova, where we have to do real orbital mechanics or semi-real in first-person action mode, what we do there, is, at least that happened to me, is to learn about orbital mechanics, and that's awesome. So that's a reason to play that then. Also the flight experience. So again, I'm not saying the game isn't worth playing at all. I'm just musing about the concept of gaming in general, and I'm observing that I'm beginning to resonate with this game, and so I'm getting into it. So this one's goal is to fuck off, that is good, and this one's plan is to do the same such thing. So let's take a look at the future things then. Okay, 1, 2, 3. In the mind, that's the oh right. In the mind, this is the, god damn it. Why is this ordered like this? In the mind, this is the order of things. The first we ever encountered was this, second we ever encountered was that, and so forth. And that's the order of the list here that I've just assigned. So what's that? That's an incoming train, and we are there already, 7520, and I guess this one appeared here in the schedule when the contract was accepted, in that moment. Like, accept and bam, then that's where it was, I guess. Or did it only appear here when I was setting green lights and such? Because, I mean, all the trains so far had been on time, so cannot tell yet. Here we have one coming in here, which will go to Bubny. We can already prepare for that. Which one would I use? Doesn't really matter. But since this is this track is the one where we're coming in, and this is the one where we're going out, I would just say the more to the bottom it is, the more in this direction it goes, and vice versa, and everything in between is optional. So this now becomes the optional, the escape route, basically. This also makes it possible that anything coming from here can go here, while something here is already happening. So that's not the dumbest approach. Yeah. Maybe that's a general rule, to keep it wide, to rightmost, leftmost, that kind of thinking. Okay. So this one will be coming in here, and wants to go to Bubny, or Bubny. And, well, currently it looks as we can already give the green light, though I think that's not wise. But I'm doing it right now for testing. I cannot green light this track, because the train isn't here yet. And then it wants to go back there. for which I will use, of course, this track. So that this one here is free. Okay.
Phew, that was quick. Don't worry if you're not happy with the contract. You can always reject it or optimize the route later on.
What's happening? Com 1021. Oh, on the right we have a new contract that is coming in for... Okay, so these are stations and that is a train, 7520. I just want to see what happens.
Wonderful!
So I will accept
that train will be running every 60 minutes from now on, so
What?
be sure to watch out for it.
Every 60 minutes? I didn't read the contract, I guess. Anyway, so this is the planned train, isn't it? The 1021, yep. Why is it called 1021?
Now that we're so busy, we don't want to be having to manually accept all those trains, do we? How about we automate the process to make our life a little easier? We should start by automatically accepting trains onto the platforms. We'll need to unlock the Auto Accept Trains upgrade to do that. Go ahead and open up the System Upgrades panel and we'll get started.
This whole time I was clicking...
Go ahead and open up the System Upgrades panel.
Shut the fuck up, bearded man. This whole time I was trying to click the right mouse button here to accept the train, and I was wondering why this wasn't happening. And in parallel we had this contract situation, so I thought maybe that train is that related to the contract? What the fuck's happening? So that was a bit confusing.
Welcome to the System Upgrades panel.
Oh.
As you can see, we've got all sorts of fancy bells and whistles lined up for the future. They're organized into categories, and within those, you'll find multiple tiers. See that progress bar at the top? It's your trusty guide to leveling up. It tells you how many experience points you need per cycle to unlock the next set of goodies. A little like life, wouldn't you say? Why don't you go ahead and click on the Auto Accept Trains upgrade?
Okay, so auto blocks, it appears it was accepted already by the game. It's default that you have that. Unlocks auto blocks. Is the game paused? I don't know. There's the clock isn't. Oh, the clock's visible here in the background. It is not going. Good. Okay, auto blocks.
Why don't you go ahead and click on the Auto Accept Trains upgrade?
Well, thank you for asking. The reason that I'm not clicking there is I'm currently reading the text on the left side of the screen. Once I'm done with that, I will be clicking on that button. Okay, auto blocks are already present on the map, usually between stations, that is, cannot be built in place of choice. They consist of track segments 1 kilometer long each, so the auto block is 10 times longer than the track of the...
Why don't you go ahead and click on the Auto Accept Trains upgrade?
It appears you were not listening. The reason that I'm not clicking here is that I'm currently reading the text on the left side of the screen. Resuming, the same visual length, Autoblock can simultaneously operate as many trains as its segments count, going all the same direction. I really don't understand this at all. Maybe this here depicts it best. I'm clicking actually.
Why don't you go ahead and... you found it! This gym takes green experience points to unlock. Don't fret, you'll earn one of those each time we dispatch a train right on schedule. So, let's try not to be fashionably late, shall we? Click the upgrade button to unlock it. Why don't you go ahead and click on the Auto Accept Trains upgrade? You found it! This gym takes green experience points to unlock. Nice work! That's our first upgrade. Hopefully there's many more to come. Now, let's take a look at how it works. Close the System Upgrades panel. Let's open up the Train Configuration panel to see what the upgrade gave us. Go ahead, select the station, then click on the Configuration key. Go ahead, select the station, then... Look at that!
Middle mouse button.
Button's been added. Turning this on will let us automatically accept trains arriving at this station. Looks like you turned it off. I think we should keep it enabled for now. It'll help us to save time.
Wait, is it on by default when I buy an
Click the
upgrade?
Auto Accept Trains button. Perfect. This button will be available in every one of our stations. Remember, it's
Auto
activated by
reverse.
default, so feel free to uncheck it when you need to.
Alrighty, so where are we? Time's ticking. This game is actually relatively interesting. I do feel to be having fun. So this one will depart and will go where? To Bubny? That is right. When will it arrive there? 9:18. So when this entire thing has run its course at 9:22, visible right there, here, then that will be before the next train comes into the system. But they said something about a contract that is now regularly happening. What do we have here? Tier 2, Tier 1. Wait, what? Okay, some concepts are still beyond me. But okay, it's just, we're just starting. Useful hints. Contracts. Let's read that. As a train dispatcher, effectively managing contracts is key to maintain a smooth operation of your railroad network. Here's what you need to know. Contract types. You will deal with two main types of contracts, recurrent contracts and one-off contracts. Okay, we have seen that the first contract was one-off, and now we have one that's coming in every hour. Oh, I guess I can cancel that, huh? One-off contracts offer unique singular challenges and rewards, diversifying your traffic management experiences. Recurrent contracts regularly bring new trains into your network, providing a stable and predictable traffic flow. This predictability allows for strategic planning and optimization of resources. Contract preparation. To generate contracts, specific buildings are required. Conductor offices, so I have to build those, I guess, for green contracts, and dispatcher offices for red contracts. Okay, green, red, what's the difference? Is that the difference? While some conductor offices are pre-built, constructing additional ones is essential for acquiring more contracts. Contract planning and trial trains. Each contract starts with the planning phase. During this phase, a schedule is suggested based on distances between stations and the speed limits of unlocked tracks. The reward is calculated from the scheduled travel time compared to the optimal time. Adjusting the schedule can lead to higher rewards, but beware of penalties if the schedule is unrealistic. Following planning is the trial train. The trial train serves to validate the planned schedule. Based on its performance, adjustments to the schedule might be necessary for future trains. After the trial train completes its journey, you can further adjust the schedule to better align with real-world conditions and optimize contract fulfillment. Now, for those following this, thank you, by the way, for being here. My take is this: just don't accept any contracts, just play with the game as it is, with the regularly scheduled trains, and set a switch here and there. And at some point that will feel a bit, I don't know, stale or not enough going on maybe. Well, I guess you can then build more tracks and serve other stations also, because that's what we have also seen on the map is probably coming in, or they talk about conductor offices that have to be there or not. Afterlife, probably copyright problem. Skipping. So that's a possible thing, but you can also add contracts into the mix to shake things up. But if you don't want to that, basically play at your own pace. Currently we're being pushed into this, and that feels like it may be too much, but that's just to show us what exists. Optimizing contracts. You have the option to optimize or reject contracts as your network evolves. Two key upgrades, platform adjustments and timetable adjustments, can be utilized for refining accepted contracts, enhancing platform efficiency and train timings. Carefully consider each contract before acceptance. Reviewing station timetables and planning resources is crucial to ensure your network can handle the additional traffic. Dispatcher's tip. Effective planning and strategic management are essential for successful railroad operation. You don't say. Careful assessment and timely adjustments of contracts will lead to a more efficient and profitable network. And there's the main menu. We have seen that one already. Okay. By the way, save. Choose the name for a new save or click any existing save to overwrite it. There are autosaves here. When were they made? Currently it is the 22nd of December 2025. We have 10:08 in the morning, 10:09 in a few seconds. So we have autosave every 5 minutes, it looks like. I wonder if that's adjustable. Apparently not. Oh, right. Current game. What do we have here? Continue, new game. New game? Okay, can abort this game. Save, load details. Multiplayer. Recent maps, Prague. Show me then details. Recent sale. Oh man, the game is very fanciful. I mean, all these details are not necessary at all, but they're available. Hey, you want the view, an overview of this and this thing? Badam, here it is. Why is this here though? I mean, I don't object to people putting their credits in the game, but if every user interface gets its own, hey, this is made by me, the user interface becomes cluttered and it feels a bit patchworky. How is this? New York City. München. Manchester. Supposedly these are based on real locations. I mean, I'm not saying that based upon what I'm reading here, but I believe to remember that from the store page. Okay, so this one is about to arrive here at 9:17, probably earlier, and then we'll depart to this place, which we can already prepare. Yeah, so the next one coming in could come here. And when this one is completely done, the next one comes in. But we have this contract thing. Isn't there somewhere a list of the contracts that I have accepted? Okay, so here we have this green icon with the number 5. And that is a cycle, whatever a cycle is. Maybe, I don't know, a day or whatever. We can see here that 2 more trains to arrive on time, or 2 more trains to arrive at all, are necessary for this cycle to complete. Earn 10 per cycle to reach T2. Maybe that means that there are cycles, as in, like, yeah, there's 10 trains you have to deal with now. Deal with them. Okay, you dealt with them. Now let's look at what happens. And then maybe not enough of them were on time, so you didn't make enough score or whatever. And then the next cycle begins, and the next cycle will start at 0 again. So if you don't make that amount of, well, score in one cycle, it shows you're not good enough, so you don't get the goodies. Maybe that's how that works. I just clicked on it with the right mouse button to reverse it while it was still in motion, and then it was yellowified. I don't know. Oh yeah, okay, so that already... So this already plans the reversal, and then it will happen afterwards. That's good to know. So here we have a countdown. Ah, look at this, I'm hovering here and the train on the right, which will arrive here, is highlighted too. I mean, the user interface did take some work, you can tell that. Too bad there's this bug here that I saw, you know? When the track somewhere wasn't yet switched correctly, and I said, well, go there then, and then something was highlighted in green up to that point, and then I switched the switch. The rest was not highlighted in green then, even though the train was then taking that entire track, and so I think that is just inconsistent. Doesn't have to be highlighted in green then, but I think that would be the best approach. Could also just say that the train stops there because it hasn't yet gotten the green light for the rest of the track. So that seems like there's a hole there. By the way, let me take a look at the store page. Meanwhile, the game is no longer early access. No longer early access. Here's a negative review with 37 hours of playtime. One of the best games I've seen in the last 5 years, however unplayable due to the RAM issues. I played with 32 gigabytes that I have too, but I have Chrome open, which is about 8 gigabytes or something. Switching between building mode and game mode takes very long seconds. Well, not currently, because my overall play area is still small. A developer has responded. Let's read that response. Okay, the developer is saying that some guy, Connor, wrapped it well, so I guess that was explained, and there are 2 links to the Steam community discussions. Okay, I'm losing my track here. I think that's interesting enough to pursue. Let's see. So the first discussion, and then looking for a person called Connor. That I can't find here. Instead of I find Miso or Miso, a developer, many times. So maybe that's the real name of the person. Or was the name here on Steam and then they renamed themselves, who knows. But it's a lot of text, I cannot read this now. Okay, and the other link of that same developer response, let's see what that looks like. I know you can't see it. It looks pretty much the same. Maybe it's the same discussion. Too bad Steam's user interface isn't optimized for this kind of browsing experience. No, I think those are 2 different discussions. Yeah, okay, that's just too much right now. Can't do it. Back to the game. Okay, this is the 1021, which is now no longer listed down here, which I find a bit disturbing. Because, I mean, it's still an ongoing thing. Why is it already, like, off the list? Anyway, all of these will be coming in here. And where does this one want to go? To the docks. So I will then use this route. And the green lighting of the track, I cannot do it right now because the train is not yet here, but I don't need to either because we have this new feature. Yeah, that's really stupid. That I would call it flat out a bug. That you can open a view of the same station multiple times. 2 could make sense, but 3, 4, 5, 20? Does that make sense? I don't think so. Or maybe it should at least be an option. Maybe some people use that somehow, or maybe I will use that myself later, like taking this thing, dragging it over here, comparing, planning, and so forth. That might make sense. Yeah, fine. But it is also definitely introducing the potential for confusion, and so that should be an option, that you cannot even do that, or that you can maybe limit that. You already have 3 views, you set that to 3, you adjust it higher, or blah blah blah, you know? That would be a good idea, and not too much asked for a game like this, where you have so many options and such a fluid user interface. By the way, do you see that the cars are being squished here instead of scrolling outside? So instead of using clipping here, they just squished the rectangle that they're pasting here, that they're painting here. Cheaters. In a game like this, I think it can be expected to have such an option. I'm not saying, hey, you're shit for not doing this right out of the gate. I'm saying that my demand is reasonable. That is what I'm saying. 925. Okay, so this one's coming in already. I didn't have to greenlight this because we have this automatism. And then it wants to go to the docks. That is already prepared. What's next? And that's the kind of thinking, what's next, that will also bring the idea of contracts and such. Or the idea of having a faster acceleration. Fast speed 5 here. 20 here, and here I will say 50. Oh, what the fuck just happened? Maybe I pressed escape too early or whatever? Or can you not do this? Set the max acceleration. 24. 23. 26. It adjusts to 25. 25 is the maximum. Why can you even adjust these then? And I can close this? Oh right, this is for clearing it, okay. Yeah, it's I guess a simulation depth, and then it's saying this is the maximum, else the graphics get choppy or whatever. Alright then. What happens if I do this? I have no yellowified it for reversal. Right-clicking again, un-yellowifies it for reversal, so where does it want to go afterwards? It doesn't want to go anywhere afterwards. This one is dealt with. That is COM 2021, and well, it's no longer listed here, because it's already en route to its final destination, is my interpretation, apart from it then leaving the map. Is that about to leave the map then? No. That's not listed here. Weird. Hey, what's happening?
Ah, the church bells. They remind me of my time at Wakefield. That was a long, long time ago now. If I close my eyes, I can still hear the sound of the cathedral tolling. It always used to wake me up. You know, I've been working on a project for a while now. I've been to a lot of places in my time. Oh yes, more than I can count. But I don't want to forget any of them. So I've been making them into maps. Little games to play. And I've just finished recreating Wakefield. Would you like to play it? It shouldn't take long. It's only a short one. I'd love to show it to you. I've even included the old cathedral bells.
Can I say yes somehow, somewhere? Because I'm curious. Oh, would you like to try the timetable mode? Note that you are going to leave this endless map, but the progress will be saved for you so you can load it anytime you want. So this is an endless map here. Okay, let's see that other mode.
Wonderful. It's quite simple, really. There's a set number of trains for you to dispatch, and the goal is to get the highest score possible. Take it slow and see how well you do. Here we are. Remember, the goal of this map is to get the highest score possible, so try to make sure that all of the trains run on time. Take it slow and have fun.
Okay, so here we have Tetris with tracks, with train tracks. Here we already have a train coming in. It wants to go to Potts Mill. Well, that's right here. And I cannot right-click this because for some reason, maybe? No, that's not the reason. I don't know why. Let's look at the configuration here. Auto accept trains. This is now accepted. This is now defined. Auto reverse trains. Why not? I mean, I don't see why not. Here we do the same, and here we do the same. Then again, auto reversing? That would make sense over here, but in the middle, that could be exactly wrong. What if I have different plans? What if this thing is not supposed to go back here, but go here and then through here for whatever puzzle-like reason? So let's turn those off again. Pressing escape. Finish the map and try to get a high score. Okay, we have 3 trains here. No, we have 4 trains here. Why is this one blue? The max speed is 120 for all of these, okay. Interesting, com, reg, com. So this one should have the different color in my eye, but I mean, who knows what this color really means. Oh, not my intention. What does this mean? This train is receiving a penalty when stopping at signals. Ooh. So just stopping it. Well, let me do this first. Okay, now we can move again. No, you will be penalized. You will be dissolved in bacon. You will become bacon yourself in the process and will be eaten. And you will be delicious. Okay, play. There it is coming in. And I mean, alright, I was clicking right here, but I should have clicked left. That was my mistake again. And now I didn't feel that because, you know, I have auto accept on. So this dude wants to go to Wakefield afterwards, and like I said, righty right, lefty left, maybe that's the best approach. So do that. But is that the right move? Let's look at the timetable. This is the COM21 train. It's no longer listed here because it's already completely served, I guess, plan-wise. What if I remove this? What if I undo this? The train is still no longer here. Maybe, oh well, it's saying upcoming trains. So I guess all the trains that are not currently up here are down here. That's really what it is. There's no duplication. So this dude wants to go, let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 is the schedule. Then here we have 3, 4, so that's overlapping. It's arriving at West Arnold, wants to go to Wakefield. By the way, to which rail do we want to go here? Wakefield 3. Oh, oops, hehehe. This guy wants to go. I have to undo this. Wants to go here. And now I wonder, can I build now? No, I can't. This is a set puzzle. Alright. So the West Arnold train will arrive here at 8:03, which is in 3 minutes, and this guy will be, well, probably already at Wakefield here, because it's going to be on time, or early-ish. Will be somewhere here. What is this? What is this thing here? Not acting. Is that I think that is a sensor, because I believe I heard that you can put sensors there somewhere. But verifying, going to the store page in my Steam client, clicking on the URL. Oh, we can search on the page too? Okay, otherwise I would have used the browser. Sensor. And there is one hit. Let's go there. Master the art of automation. Feel the thrill of watching your network evolve. Begin with simple train routes and expand as you unlock new technologies. Automate your railway with advanced tools like sensors and automatic routers, turning your network into a seamless, efficient machine. I think we have scratched the surface, but only that. Really only the surface with this so far. And I don't feel like stopping right now, so okay, so this one will overlap with this one timetable-wise. Where does West Arnold want to go? It wants to go to... Oh wait, that's wrong. This one wants to go to West Arnold 1, yes, and then it wants to go to Wakefield 1, for which it is already set. Let's just do this boldly. And then there's the third one, which is also very early, and that's, I believe, where the puzzle really begins. Passing... Oh look, it will just drive through that. It will not halt there, it will not stop there. So this one will just coming in here, rail 1, and wants to go to Wakefield 2. Let's see what happens. Alright, now. This one will resume at 8:04. It is half a minute early, which is kind of a welcome thing for passengers, but it can also be confusing. You go to the train tracks and you see the train and you're thinking, oh, this is this train, when it's in fact the other. I mean, of course, if you would know which train track is for which train at which time entirely, that couldn't happen to you, but that's not what you're doing. You are a passenger, you don't know everything, and you're also right in the forest, you're not looking down at it like this. This one wants to go to Wakefield 2, which we can make happen. The automatic acceptance here was probably helpful, because then I didn't have a short wait time here of me figuring out that I have to click the left mouse button now instead of the right one, and letting this thing through. So this accelerated things. That was the right move. Where does this guy wants to go afterwards? It wants to go to West Arnold passing, so it wants to go through here. We have to wait for this one to pass first. This one will go to Wakefield, will arrive at 8:06, starting 8:04 in 30 seconds. Yeah, that's a bit irritating. Look, the information thing, it looks as if it's happening on that track up here. Well, I don't know what to do about that. One thing I could imagine, I'm not saying this should be done like this, would be to not have this a window, but to have this area have some gradient outside which darkens everything like a fog of war for some centimeter, so that you feel, oh, this doesn't belong here, instead of being actually there. So this guy is trying to go to Wakefield 1, that is greenlit, and this train wants to go to Portsmouth, to this one. I have to reverse this, and I have to do this, and I have to do that. And when did it want to start? Well, it wants to arrive at 8:07, stays here up to 8:05, so I didn't fuck up yet. But I believe there's yet another train coming, isn't there? This one, which will come in where? Here, on rail 1. And what will it do? It will stay there. Okay, well, if it stays there, I don't care yet. So this dude will stay here until 8:06, which is still a while. This train is really early. It was passing through here, and I was being very optimal here. I wonder if I get actual... Oh, that's a... Okay, what is happening? Up. So, what I was trying to say is... trains on time, that doesn't give you any subtraction of score. But what happens if a train is early? Does it give you, like, more money, basically? I think so, in this kind of mode, but I don't know. Okay, let's go through all the things that are currently here. There are no upcoming trains. Everything is on track. Wakefield is departing at... It's still waiting to actually arrive here. Oh, because it's early, or it's still in motion. I can't see that right now. Yeah, it's still in motion. And then it wants to go to West Arnold, which is here. So in other words, we want to reverse this dude later, which is now set. Then this is already also set, but it doesn't matter because I have to deal with other logic first. This one was passing through both of these and now will stay here until 8:06 and will go to West Arnold, which is here, so the direction is correct. This one will stay here until now, it's starting to move now, will go to Portsmouth 2, and that is set. And what about this one finally? No, not finally, there's another one here. God damn it, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trains right now. That one is arriving here at 8:06 or earlier. Then it will move to Wakefield 3. Here. Which I could already set, I believe. But what about this one? Well, this is where things get a bit mushy. Let's prepare this, but not yet give the green light. Not just for the train, and then I have to stop it, because that was wrong, but also for me, knowing that I don't know yet if that is the right thing to do. Why did it just get a +10 here? For the reversal that it did instantly? Or... No, that's just because the thing needs to happen and that step in the overall logic algorithm took place, and so I got some score there. That's why. This one will stay there until 8:08 and we can forget about this train. This one is done for. This one goes to Wakefield 3, which is here. And is now ready, but I'm not sure if the timing works out. When does it... How long does it want to stay here? Until 8:07. Before it won't start. It won't depart before 8:07. So we still have some time. So what about this dude then? Waiting for a train to finish its schedule.
Looks like you've stopped a train right before the signal. Be careful. When you do that with certain trains, it gives you a braking penalty, affecting your score. You can see which trains give you this penalty in the details panel.
Details panel? This one? No, that's not what they mean. Or is that what they mean? Maybe the message that was probably here on screen. Yep. Okay, 13th. Ah, yeah, there's a countdown here. Why don't I just look at that? That one has some time still. This one should get the green light for the next 5 seconds, and this one is departing also to where? To West Arnold. I cannot make the screen right now because there's still a train here.
Wow, I really didn't see that when it was so fast. Good job.
Why can't I do this? Because the train is still there? Ah, okay. I thought the green would only go here to that signal thing, but it goes to the entire... Okay. This one will arrive here, and this one will leave. So this one is done for. This one... What happens to this one afterwards? This one will go to Portsmouth, so we can plan the reversal, and we'll go to Portsmouth 2, which is here.
Oh, how I miss this place. This was one of my first ever posts as a dispatcher, you know. I'd always get a hot chocolate at the bakery on the way to work. Good times.
Oh, right. I confused something. There was this icon here, opposite here, and I thought there was something else coming, like a contract or whatever. I was mixing that together in my head. But instead, it's just the planned arrival of the train in that place. When I hover here, the train over there would be highlighted. Yep, that's what that was. Good interface, but you gotta get used to it. Okay, this one should switch to 0 soon. Up here. Squishing the cars.
That's it. You've done it. And a great job you've done, too. That's a good score. I guess we better get back to work now, huh?
So a perfect score is supposedly possible here. That looked like it's not possible, actually. I mean, in one case, yeah, they're fucked up, but... Overall, it seemed to... Well, no, this... Yeah, right, I was thinking the whole time a train would be coming in here on the left, and there was a countdown, blah, 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 but there was nothing, and so I was trying to keep that track clear, basically. I'm not going to do this again right now, obviously. I'm not a score hunter, but... and this is also good enough. Continue story. Nice! I mean, I do like this game. There we have the penalties. So that's the endless map. Let's okay, it's paused. Let's get a foothold here. So we have 3 trains that are currently not on the map, which will be coming onto the map. This one is at the docks, and there are no other plans for it. I mean, it's not showing here in the hover info that it will leave the area, which I find a bit disturbing. Is it missing information in the hover thing?
Okay, back to Prague again, and back to business. Now, where were we?
Train coming in here. Let's see what the settings are. Auto accept, auto reverse is not yet available. And when I click there, while it's not yet available, it says, well, you need to unlock this. And here's your stuff. Ha 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 ha. Sorry. And here we have the auto reverse, which is an option that I want. And for that I need 5 of these unlock points. How many do I have? Can I see somewhere how many I have? I mean, there's numbers everywhere, but I mean, this costs 5. That's what that means, no? Well, let's just do it. See what happens.
Nice upgrade.
Here.
Looks like we're making good use of those points.
What does automatic routing do? Unlocks auto signal in the construction. Auto signal can create a route by setting every switch along a path to the next signal. First, click to select the signal, and then click on track to select the destination. Prevents collisions. Route is not created when a single piece of track along is already allocated or occupied. Routing commands are queued if they cannot be executed immediately. They are deferred until the route is all safe and clear. Perpetual route makes the current route being recreated automatically once possible, indefinitely. Oh, we can play a tutorial here. There are dedicated tutorials for these, man. Wow. This is a good product. Okay, let me take a look at the store page again. This thing is currently 50, and I say 50 again. 50% off. It's the half price. Normally it costs 25 euros, or I guess like $30 or something. That's my guess. And currently it costs 12 euros 50 cents. I think that's a keeper. So, hot suggestion. And thank you, dear YouTuber, whose name I currently don't have in my head as per usual, for suggesting this to me. That was as part of my Derail Valley series, which isn't over, but I'm just one guy. So, what do I play at which time, huh? So, auto reverse train is now on for this one, and I think it should also be on for this one. It is, so everything that you buy seems to be on by default. Maybe there will be some things that will not be on by default because of their nature, I don't know. But these are on by default. Here are, well, I don't see why not. What is this, by the way? These are more tracks available in Bogny. What if I open these up now? Does this mean that trains will be coming in who ask to go to track 1, 2, 3, 4 instead? Will this complicate things or make them easier? Is this as part of the contracts that you possibly accept or not? So there's in this chill out section, this track, lounge radio. What else do we have here? I like it, but you know, down tempo lounge. Basically the same thing. Okay, in 42 seconds this guy will, I think that's the symbol means will just move away. Now there's not a track here and then a number that tells us which track this guy will be moving to, but it will just move out of the screen. And the hover here doesn't show us that. I find that a bit lacking. I mean, it's not showing us that to show us minimal information. There's enough information on the screen as it is. But on the other hand, I mean, why is it then shown in other situations? Feels inconsistent or missing, I think. maybe. Anyway, next train 9:33 will arrive here, and there it is already. As if I had called for it. And then it will go where? To Bubny 2. Can it, though? Yes, we can. Oh, look at this. If I click on this here... what just happened? I can upgrade. Upgrade your tracks and adjust the timetable at any time. What does the upgrade do? If enabled, trains continue arriving after mandatory. There's a double space here between after and mandatory. If enabled, trains continue arriving after mandatory trains until contract is rejected manually. If disabled, contract is ended after these trains. I don't know what this does. But okay, we don't have to know that yet. Because I'm sure this tutorial kind of journey isn't quite over yet. So this one will complete its journey before it ends at 9:52, before the next one is coming in. So let's step on the gas. And where does it want to go after? Here. And then the next train will be coming in, I assume. I assumed wrong. Will arrive here, wants to go to docks. So I guess the most straightforward way is to do this. And that's all there is to this one. But what's the timing versus the other ones? What I find this a bit lacking also, not complaining that the game is underdeveloped, no, not at all, but what I would wish would be in there is that if I hover here with a mouse, I see the timetable of the train immediately, like when I'm hovering over a train, because that would make things much more straightforward. I hover here, and this is what it is, this is what it is, these two are not interfering, what about this one? Oh, these will be interfering, you know, I could just have these thoughts already, instead of having to interact. And now I have to interact twice. Ends at 9:52, starts at 9:53, ends at 10:02, starts at 10:01. Oh, actually we have some overlap here, that's interesting. Let's see, this one will, this location here, in the Czech Republic, I guess, will be track 1, and this one will be coming in track 2, so we don't care. This is one of those moments when I wish that 25 wasn't the max possible acceleration. So, Mr. Dude, where do you want to go? Bubny? Okay. Go. Go forth. And then you want to go back here, so let's prepare the reversal already. Oh, no. You have to be in motion for the reversal to be preparable, otherwise you're just reversed. Now the reversal is prepared, and I will use this track, of course. Now we have the other one coming in here. Before this one actually arrives there. Or, I mean, okay, maybe the timing will work out because the train will probably...
We had some late trains, but not to worry. I've made bigger mistakes than this.
What?
When I first started out, way back when the stations were nationalized, the newly appointed transport minister was looking to take a ride on one of our trains. Mean Eyes Milos, they called him. Well, I sent his train to the wrong station. His face was red as a tomato when he barged into the dispatch office.
I don't know how I could have done that more effectively, so why is there a late train? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have accelerated it so much, but I was expecting the usual behavior, so I didn't require observation. Which train is the late one? Can we see that somewhere? It's no longer shown. Ah, here, right. Penalties. Is there information here somewhere? Construction, system upgrades, contracts, interface configuration, and automated contracts manager. Interface configuration? And the ongoing contracts. I don't know how we had a late train. And why I get penalized. Maybe the thing came in late? Okay. I mean, that's okay, that's a circumstance I didn't expect. So I have to be more observant. This one will arrive at Bubny 10:06 or earlier. And do we still have upcoming trains? Yeah, of course, because it just endlessly continues, apparently. Okay, where do you want to go? To the docks. You can. Interesting that this time overlap between the two trains that were on the right, these are different ones now, and the one train being late happened in the same overall situation. I wonder if that was somehow related. So this guy wants to go back to D1, so we can reverse that already, but we cannot yet make it happen. This one will take off, well, in some time. Yeah, and I can actually start this one already, if need be, because I built this extra track here. I have to switch this one. And now I think the rest here should be occupied. But it's not. Oh, and it's interesting, no matter if the tracks are set correctly, the planned arrival is shown here. So that's a timetable thing, not a track configuration thing. Goes to the docks and is gone, then this one goes there and is gone, then what's the next one? 10:13 here. And then it wants to go to Bubny. So if it wants to, the signal doesn't really relate to the track here, it just means if the train wants to go, then it can go. And then the rest, yeah, well, I think if you set the tracks wrong, which so far it didn't end up doing when a train was there, then the train will just go the wrong way and might end up in the wrong place. Yep. Okay, so what's with these cycles here? Current cycle number 3. Is that related to the tutorial story steps, or what are we talking about? Okay, I can see here the cycles start in the list at the bottom of this hover. And it's saying number 1, number 2, number 3, 8, 9, 10. So a cycle is an hour of the clock, it appears. Total trains, each 757, on time 573. How does that make sense? The total trains were 7 for cycle 1. On time were only 5. Okay, I get that. Cycle 2 though. 5 total trains. On time 7. What? Maybe the cycles overlapped slightly. Yeah, remaining. Yeah, at the end of the cycle, remaining 2. And then so they carried over to the next one. And the next cycle, remaining -2. Possibly expressing that some were actually in there from the previous cycle or something. Delayed? None. The current cycle is actually telling me that the none were delayed. The cycle isn't yet completed. Right. Wait, no. I'm in cycle number 3, and the beardy man complained that there was some delay, and I was actually penalized. But the list here is saying delayed 0. What? Maybe that makes sense somehow, I just don't see it. And what is this here? I mean, this display appears to be the very same, conceptually.
Well, it looks like business is going great. How about expanding our network and unlocking a new station? Oh, don't worry. I'm sure we can handle it. Holoshevice Station sounds like a good candidate. Let's go for it. Looks like we've got enough money to purchase a platform. Let's open the buy menu and take a look. Time's ticking. We need to expand. Let's open the buy menu.
Well, it's not ticking, thank you.
Perfect. Looks like we can afford a lot of the platforms, but we should focus on Holoshevice Station for now. I've got some special memories attached to that place. Go ahead. Let's buy one of the Holoshevice platforms. Oh, I can picture it now, walking down beside the Vltava River on my way to Holoshevice in the evening. Good times. Oh, anyway, we best find a contract that puts our new platform to use. Here's the scoop. Without a conductor office linked to Holoshevice, the chances of snagging a green contract for it are pretty slim. Time to get that conductor office in action. Wonderful! We've got enough money to purchase a conductor office. Let's open up the construction menu.
Yeah, that's where I am, dude.
Great! Now select the conductor office item. And last but not least, build the conductor office in the highlighted cell next to Holoshevice Station. Perfect! The conductor office is primed to receive the green contracts. Oh, fancy that! A contract's already on the table for the office we've just built. What do you say we seize the opportunity and accept it?
Pause. Contracts. Are contracts something else than the trains that I keep seeing here? Or are possibly all the trains that are driving here ultimately just contracts? And so if I don't accept any contract, and don't build any rails, then there will be never anything going on here. Is that what this is? Is that how this works?
Ah, notice those dotted lines? They're like gentle reminders that some tracks are missing. The contract schedule might not be as precise as we'd hope. But no need to stress. After the trial train, you can fine-tune things to perfection. Now, with that in mind, let's move forward and accept the contract.
Is there supposed to be some button down here? I mean, this is all tutorial stuff, right? There's no accept button. I don't see it. What's happening? Okay, let me just close these guys here because I no longer need them. Escape.
Oh, fancy that! A contract's already on the table for the office we've just built. What do you say we seize the opportunity and accept it?
No, I will first see to that things get connected. Or rather, what trains were actually showing there? This is not the one. This is the one.
Ah, notice those dotted lines? They're like gentle reminders that some tracks are missing. The contract schedule might not be as precise as we'd hope. But no need to stress. After the trial train, you can fine-tune things to perfection. Now, with that in mind, let's move forward and... Excellent! That looks like a good contract. Next, you should build a route that runs to our new platform. Then you'll need to run the trial train. I'll trust you to do that. Remember though, we want our route to be as efficient as possible. The worst part about Holoshevica was the wait times.
Yeah, maybe then I shouldn't have bought this. Come on. This track, but this one, because that's a shorter path. And it costs also 2,000, I remember. Anyway, what is this? This one wants to actually go there. This one doesn't, this one doesn't, this one doesn't. This is the trial train. Okay, wants to depart here at 10:18, and then it wants to go here and wants to arrive at 10:24. The more tracks I build, the more switches I will have. Later I might have automatic switching and such, I guess, which will then make that meaningful to have just plaster everything with rails, I guess. But currently that will just introduce busy work and problems. What if a train comes in here and wants to go there? No, I don't want to build a station building. How can I switch connections? I want to no longer do this. Okay, sensors. Signals. Click on check to build. Controls movement of train approaching in from one direction. Nothing fancy, just a stop or go signal. And then here, track, 40 kilometers. Oh, I see, an upgraded track allows for faster driving. Aha. Anyway, so I think it would be most meaningful to start here. Why are these here? So, I mean, what is this here supposed to depict? These lines here. It would be helpful if these hover activations that I've made there would be invisible when I'm in the build mode, because the build mode has its own can of worms. I will just try to build from here, because then we have the option also to start from this track. This probably doesn't work, I think.
Oh, I do love laying down new track. Endless possibilities. The sounds of trains zooming along. Hey, that's given me an idea.
Hey, I cannot lay them here. Wow, that's harsh. Okay, how can I delete something that I placed? Is there a delete button here? And by the way, this costs 800 for every little bit that I place, right? Yep. So, can I delete this? Right mouse button, cancel. Excuse me? Is there no way to delete? Oh, they are right. X. Bulldoze. Let's see if we get the money back. I got... I don't know how much I got because both were deleted. Interesting. Why was deleting both? Right mouse button, deactivate bulldozing tool. Buy platforms and auto blocks. Getting a hang of this interface here. Okay, so here I have to decide where it goes, and then here I could do this. Oh, look at that. Is that what I want? Yeah, I think so, because the other ones here, no? They will be connecting there. I'm not building that now because look, half the money is gone already. For that train to go here, though, I don't know if that is possible. Probably not. Oh. Okay, so I can go from here to diagonal here, I guess. But I'm pretty sure I cannot go from here to 90 degrees here. So the way I did this just now is actually not correct. Let me just bulldoze the entire thing, see what happens. Can I bulldoze this too? It says locked, probably not, so let me click. Okay. 42,000, okay, nothing is lost, you are free to build to your heart's content. So, drive, arrive here. And then from here I can do this and not this, because it won't work. No, this doesn't work either. Cancel. From here, yeah, sure. Then I can go here. This looks feasible. To find out whether this is even necessary, I will build another track, this one, just to see what happens. I mean, I can delete it later. So this one can now go from... Aha, okay, we can see that already switch-wise. You cannot even switch in that direction. But here, I can. So we can delete that right away. Okay, so we can come from here or from here, and we can then go here and bloop over here. What in the backwards direction? What if I want to go here, for example? No, this is locked. I cannot build anything there. From here to there. If I want to go to the docks from here, I would have to go and then that's not good. It would be great if you could do that directly, which I could by building. No, I can't, because then we have this problem here. This would be a 90-degree angle. Doesn't fly. Cannot be done. Not like this, at least. How about this? That would work. Makes things a bit more complicated. There's not much space here, so there's no many options. Interesting, this diagonal logic that we have to digest here. Well, let's just not build anything then, for now. You can go if you so wish. Shouldn't there be this arrival train kind of symbol here on the track? Why isn't it there? Right? I mean, the thing that was confusing to me at some point, why is it not here? Why is it not the marker here that shows me where this thing is going? Same for this one, which will depart in 2 minutes or 1 minute to go here. So, where will this one be going afterwards? Yeah, that's kind of a problem. It will have to go here. So I'm getting a penalty of 500 because I sent it to go to a section where it can't actually go. Pause. Interestingly, I could now possibly solve this with building, but the penalty already happened. No, I can't. There's this stupid occupation here. Oh, shit. Let me just do this. Didn't I just say... Oh, I didn't. It's not driving though. How can I make it go? Resume train movement. Aha, okay. Because I should have sent it on this track, obviously. That was a stupid mistake of Mr. Train Dispatcher Beginner. Locked because there's currently a train on it. Now it's free. Now we can stop this train, which after it has stopped should automatically obey the reversal statement. And it will then not resume though. What's this? Reversing to be performed once stopped. Click to cancel. Ah, that thing. Yeah, okay. There's an extra button for that, not just the right mouse button. And now we can see this here. Why is that not visible otherwise? Let's see, this train is called COM 5910 and this one is called COM 1022. So I don't see the reason why this is sometimes visible and sometimes not. Or is it for the finishing of the schedule maybe only? When the last position in the list of things to do for the train. Well, this one wants to go back here eventually. Okay. And this is just the solution of this situation. There are more trains waiting. Is orange. Does it mean the train is late? Yes, look, the number is counting up. We're 30 minutes late, no one... or seconds? Seconds. We're 30 seconds late, no wonder, because of these shenanigans over there. So that would be a penalty once it has arrived and the delay is actually known, I guess. Let's see. Delay 1 minute. Not listed here. I don't understand the concept of this list then. So when this one has arrived, it has to reverse at some point to go back to where it came from. When does it want to actually arrive? It wants to arrive at 10:24, and that is a bit close, but should work out, I guess. And let's see. This one's gone. This one departed at 10:18. And now is arriving at 10:24, that's 6 minutes. Then it will depart at 10:25, 6 minutes later, that is 10:31. And 10:31 is when it wants to arrive back here. So that should work out unless we have some, conflicting shenanigans. Next train, where do you want to go? To the docks. Yeah, that's gonna be tricky. I should actually... Okay, let's turn this... No. Can I add a... okay, pause. Alright, so this guy needs to go to the docks. I want to open up the docks. It's currently locked, so I have to disable this again. Right mouse button. Interesting, the right mouse button switches and the left mouse button switches, but let's see if here, this long cycle thing with 4... Aha, you can switch the cycle back and forth. This one needs to go to the docks, and so it shall. I could make another crossing here, like... or I could just let this guy go up to here, and here we put a signal. So I can give it the green light up to that point, which timing-wise should work out. I opt for the latter, for we haven't yet had that. The direction, though, is wrong, or... Yeah, rotate. Pressing R. So this guy can get the green light up to signal. This one can get the green lights for the entire run.
These manual signals are an awful amount of work. And don't get me started on if we were to make a mistake. It'd be disastrous. R&D has been working on some new signals, automatic routing signals they call them. They should make our lives a lot easier. How about we add some to our network? Let's start by opening the System Upgrades panel.
How about no? I want to first see what these trains are doing. Or is that exactly... well, it's exactly wrong, I guess, doing this. So this one is stopping here. And then it needs to go where? It needs to go to 1. Okay, that one is set.
We need to get this upgrade. Go ahead and open the System Upgrades panel.
Alrighty. This should cause a delay, I think. But okay, this guy's final destination is here. Yet I do not see this final destination kind of indicator, so that was the wrong interpretation. When the fuck
We
do
need
these
to get this
things
upgrade.
appear, and when
Go
they
ahead
when do they
and
not?
open the System Upgrade. Ah, here it is.
Unlocks train alerts section in the interface configuration. A visual will be displayed along with the sound each time a train is stopping or is stopped at a signal and when a new train entered via a sink or coach yard. Hey, wait. What is this? Train alerts. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
And last but not least, let's click the upgrade button.
Unlocks auto signal in the construction. Auto signal can create a route by setting every switch along a path to the next signal. Yeah, I think we'll just
Perfect.
get that.
With that, the automatic signals are unlocked and ready for use. Let's open the build. Ah, look, here it is. The auto signal is available for use now. Fantastic.
And where am I supposed to place this dude? I mean, I don't even know what it does. So I'm not going to build it, huh? Now I see this indicator here. Why? This might be related to some kind of difference in... I mean, like, maybe the train has to reach a certain stage in its timetable algorithm. Like, we're early, so we don't care. Now we're within the time frame that we want to be here, and therefore, bop, you know, then it appears, maybe. So maybe this one will also show one over there soon. When does it want to arrive? At 10:31? I think that will actually work out. Not bad, despite all of this stuff here. Action required. What is this? Trial train finished. Do you want to accept the contract for this? Show details. Well, if I upgrade this train track, which will probably cost a shit ton of money, then it can drive faster here, which will make this easier, but I guess it's for later in the game. 3 trains. 3 trains. 16... Okay, what? Number of mandatory trains to be dispatched. The contract can only be rejected without penalty once these obligations have been fulfilled. Okay, so the contract keeps going after that, if I don't abort it. Recurrence period of the contract indicating the time interval between contract trains. 60 minutes. Every cycle, basically, if that's how that works. Stops at every station. And that gives me 4,000 in the bank. Yeah, let's just do that. and later I can cancel that, whatever. So what is this one? That's the 1032 who will arrive here soon and then go to Bubny. And maybe this is the time to look at the automatic signal thing and read about the automatic routing. So let's look at the graphics up here. So I click on this thing and then I click on the track where it is supposed to go, and then it will set the switches and everything in between automatically. It appears as if the mouse is stopping up here. Yeah, but it's stopping here on the track. It is not stopping on the other auto signal thing, which is also there. Well, that does sound like something meaningful for our new contract. No, that's not my intention. I want to build. This thing here, change to auto signal, minus 3000. If I want to build an auto signal that costs me 5000 and 2000, yeah, it's just a difference. So that's just completely fair. Let's do this then. Change it to auto signal. Let's change all of them to auto signal and see how hard we're going to regret that. Actually, what am I doing? This costs way too much money. I wasn't thinking. Change to manual signal. Okay, so that's fine. Add 2 of these. That's fine. Let's see what happens. It's a nice chill puzzle game, man.
Not quite sure how to use the auto signal? I'm here to help. You see some of our tracks changing color when you select the auto signal? This means that we can use this signal to control the switches that lead to those tracks. Let's try left-clicking the highlighted track to see what happens. Let's left-click the highlighted track.
Yeah, but I would prefer if I could define where it goes, and I guess I can even do that. But I don't know yet how.
Wonderful! The auto signal has automatically set the switch to the track we selected. From now on, all trains on this route will safely arrive at their destinations without us needing to manually set the switch. Isn't that great?
It's not. Wait a second. I just left-clicked it, and yet this entire thing is green again. Oh, because it's armed, I guess. Right mouse button on it. This, okay, right mouse button cancels this entire thing, which we know from these guys. Left mouse button arms it, so I can select this now. Oh, come on. I cannot... What, dude? But isn't this then suboptimal? What if I have a train that comes from here or from here and wants to go up here? When this train is automatically already here, or when I go from here to... I mean, there could be some configurations, for example, train tracks leading in this direction but not leading in that direction due to 90 degrees angles. Is that true? I don't like that it uses these configure. Well, I guess it's automatically choosing the shortest route, which this one would be, to be on time. But that will fly in my face at some point, man. Oh, there's a mouse wheel thing here in the pop-up. Cycle paths. Hello, we're in business. Cool. That is cool. Okay, when will this one be out of my hair? 10:42, before any of these arrive. Well then. Where does this one want to go next? Back here. Well, okay, let's look for the upgrades. How much do I have here? That. Auto-reverse trains. Yeah, I think I have activated that for this station. I have, so I don't need to bother with that. Question though is, what if it... No, that's not the question. This is off track, this is final, but this isn't. I don't know really what the difference... Oh yeah, the difference is, see these markers here? When we build, these are the yellow-black walls that we cannot build through. So it's just defined to end here. So that's basically magic. Yeah, let's add another auto signal. Oh, I cannot do this right here because the train is in the way. Now I can. And that's where it wants to go, and it's showing me that already, and I still haven't deciphered when and when not this indicator shows up.
I've done it! Oh, just wait until you see this. It's going to blow you away. You building that track gave me just the idea. Oh, who's this? A private number? I better take this. Hello? Oh, Minister Milos. Sorry, ex-minister. It's been some time. Oh. Yes? Oh. Well, Okay, yes. Certainly. I'll be in contact soon. Well, that was unexpected. Oh, it was nothing. Nothing, really. I'll tell you about it later. Back to work.
I get the feeling that maybe this showed up when this train was wanting to go, but I hadn't yet set the path or whatever. No, that's not it. What's the system? Okay, next one is the 1045. Arriving here.
You know, my friend, mastering the art of expanding your network is a key skill for a dispatcher like yourself, and I'd say the time has come to dive right in. Let me introduce you to auto blocks. Auto blocks are like the secret passages of our rail network. Sometimes to reach a station, you've got to unlock these auto blocks first. It's all part of the dispatcher's grand strategy.
Huh?
Now, picture this. We've got our eyes set on Podbaba Station. But there's an auto block standing in our way. Let me walk you through the ropes. To start, we'll need the auto block system upgrade. Let's unlock it.
Okay, Mr. Beeman, say something. No? Okay. Unlocks auto blocks in the construction. Auto blocks are already present on the map. We just saw that. Usually between stations. That is, cannot be built in place of choice. They consist of track segments 1 kilometer long each, so the auto block is 10 times longer than a track of the same visual length. What? Auto block can simultaneously operate as many trains, as its segment count, going all the same direction. Okay.
Perfect. Since these auto blocks are used to denote a large physical distance between stations, trains will spend some additional time inside of them during their journey. The longer the auto block, the longer they'll spend getting through it. Now that we've unlocked the auto block upgrade, we can buy the auto block close to Podbaba. That'll unlock it for us. Great! Now we've unlocked it, we can reach Padbaba. Feel free to unlock the new station whenever you're ready. Pretty simple, right? Well, I think we've covered all the basics for now. From now on, I'll let you have free range to discover and expand the network as you desire. Oh, I'll still be here, don't worry. But no need to wait for my instructions before you do something. It's full steam ahead.
It's up to you now. Grow your railway empire from scratch. Build up your traffic by accepting contracts. Don't worry, we have already accepted a few to give you an easier start. Accept more and shape your business with them. Do not hesitate to reject contracts that do not match your needs. Everything repeats in cycles. Here we go. Cycles of 60 minutes, so you can plan ahead. When you feel comfortable, buy new platforms and expand to new stations and accept contracts there. System upgrades unlock with experience points, and we have this green and red symbol here, and they are still not explained, which you can earn from well-managed train operation. Well-managed train operations. Upgrade categories include green updates from commuter trains and intercities, and red upgrades from regional trains and freights. How are they different effectively? Are they longer? Complete train schedules with minimal delays to earn experience points, respecting the time allowances of contracts. Efficient train scheduling and prompt arrivals are crucial for accumulating these points. System upgrades are divided into 3 tiers, which within each category green and red. So 6 tiers. Reach specific experience point thresholds within a single cycle to unlock each tier. Increasing train traffic throughput is essential for progressing through the upgrade tiers. Focus on expanding and optimizing your network to handle more trains efficiently, thereby earning more experience points. Okay, taking a look at this then. Taking a look at the upgrades. Where are the tiers here? Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, and then what?
Red. I see you've got your sights set on the grand prize, the red upgrades category, huh? Well, to unlock those beauties, you'll need a stash of red experience points. I'll toss a few your way once you've made some solid progress in the green category. Patience, my friend, patience.
Man, is this game well made? And you can currently get it for less than 10. Unlocks dispatcher, office and construction. Okay, what do you have? Regional trains. These contracts comprise multiple legs. What do you mean with legs? Tracks? With mandatory intermission periods between them. Okay, that sounds like I don't even want to read about that for now. Hey, wait, was there 3 tiers here? Yes, that was, and we saw all of them. So tier 3, what's the first thing in tier 3 that we could unlock? Here in the green category, routing sensor. It controls an auto signal to automatically route the passing train to their respective destinations given by their timetables. Reads the next station of a passing train. It creates a route according to the corresponding rule in the routing table. Must be connected to one auto signal and have the routing table defined in the routing sensor configuration. Contracts. Unlimited stations. All platforms can be bought in the construction. This allows expanding and buying platforms in all stations. Faster switches, what? Increases the maximum speed on the diverging branch of switches to 120. Without this update, installed trains passing over a switch that is set to the diverging path are slowed down to 80 kilometers. Power. Corridor tracks. What? unlocks track 200 kilometers per hour in the construction. The fastest and latest tracks technology that allows speed up to 200 kilometers per hour. Okay, that's tier 3. Tier 2 starts with basic tracks. What is that? Unlocks track 80 kilometers per hour in the construction. Enables building the tracks. So it gets better rewards. Intercities. Unlocks intercity contracts. Contracts, even more stations. Departure sensor. Unlocks departure sensor. Built on a platform, it controls the auto signals on its end to automatically route the departing and passing trains to the respective destination. So the thing that I'm doing right now, click, mouse wheel, click, is what it does then itself, except for the mouse wheel thing, I guess. But it's using a routing table, so I guess including the mouse wheel thing. Must have the routing table defined. Arrival sensor. Built on it, controls the signal to automatically create a route when a train is passing over the sensor. If the train is heading to the connected station and the train's designated platform can be reached from the connected signal, the path to that platform is automatically created. So we can also have switches within the station area. Advanced tracks. 120 kilometers per hour. Okay, tier 1. That's a bunch of upgrades that are possible. Platform adjustments. Unlocks the platform buttons in the contract focus view. Allows adjusting platforms in their train's timetable change. Also affects all subsequent trains on the contract. Timetable adjustment. More stations can be bought. Train alerts. A visual, that's when something is waiting. Relay sensor. Okay, what does that do? Built on the track, it controls an auto signal to automatically route trains to one connection. Once a train passes over the sensor, that sensor creates a route from the control signal to the pre-configured connection. Must be connected to one auto signal. Okay, the graphics up there say it best, I guess. Otherwise you will have to do a lot of click busy work and of course awareness busy work. You have to see what you need to do. What else? Signal safety. Unlocks an option in the interface configuration, prevents setting a route from a manual signal, that are these ones, that leads to a switch that is not set correctly or to an occupied or allocated track. What does this cost? Costs 1. And I have 3, so I could get that right now. That sounds reasonable, I guess. Then here, manual signal route preview. Unlocks an option in the interface configuration. Hovering over a manual signal will show a preview of a route that would be created from that signal. This upgrade is by both of them.
Ah, a wonderful upgrade. Great choice. Between you and me, I've had my eye on that one too.
And now we're out of score, out of stuff here. So that's the auto signal and that's the manual signal. And if I now have a manual signal and I click here, wrongly set switch. Aha, so we have 2 upgrades. One is the hover effect and the other is this you cannot give the green light now. So the train cannot start and then 500 penalty, asshole, I have to stop, fuck you, or faggot, or whatever. Yeah. So next train coming in, where do you want to go? Docks. And now we can choose where to go. Mouse wheel doesn't do anything. Why? There's no alternatives. Nice upgrades. And where does it want to go after? Nowhere. See this thing again. Why does this show up? And why does it sometimes not show up? It's maybe just a bug and I'm trying to decipher something that just doesn't make sense on some level.
Did you know that trains have terrible hearing? That's why they need engine ears.
Sure, I need a button here where someone looks at the camera weirdly. Next one, 1053. Where will it arrive? In the only place where things are arriving right now, which is a bit weird. Why is that the case? Because here we have the open route. But what about this then? Well, maybe the logic is there's no wall here, but there's a wall here. But why then can it drive like into a sewer drain and just vanish over here? Questions. I guess it's just the campaign logic.
Impressive progress in the green category. Your curiosity about the red category hasn't gone unnoticed. Here's a gift. Red experience points to start your red upgrade journey. Now choose between freight contracts or regional contracts upgrades. These contracts yield special trains that reward you with red experience points instead of green. I'd go with freight trains, but it's your call.
Okay, later. This one goes to Bobny. It does, doesn't it? I didn't use the mouse wheel just now. Apparently it seems to remember the last thing that you used here for that auto signal and route. Aha, this one is now vanished into the drain. Next one will be at 11:01. And this one afterwards will have to go there. Since auto reverse is on, I don't have to do a thing there. Except for the signal, which is here, I guess. The path is created from the opposite direction. Right click to revert. And let me try something. I create the track from here to here. Now the signal is no longer visible. Right mouse button to revert. Aha. And then from here to this one. And there are two ways to do that. Let's use this one. And will it now reverse, like it should? It does. Okay, I didn't have to do anything there.
Wow, it's raining money. You're doing great.
Notice that this is not yet green. But now it is. That the train is no longer in the way. And afterwards it wants to take that same route back like the other one. Okay. Where do you want to go? To the docks. Okay, that makes things a bit more interesting. Very much, because this one needs to go here now. And there's only one way to make this happen. Now pause.
Well, that was quite the meeting.
Come on.
Minister Milos came to pay
Wrong
me
moment.
a visit. He was the one on the phone earlier. He heard about my invention. Maybe I was being loud in the office, I don't know. He wants it from me. He hasn't changed much since I last met him. He's got the same eyes. He offered me money, but I refused. I told him there's no way I'm giving it to him. But he did not look happy.
Anyway, so now I want to say the auto signal from here, so we can go back to there. And then, if I mouse wheel... What happens if I click this? This should... I mean, okay, I don't want to do this now, but if I now press play, this one would arrive over there, and this one would go here, and then it would stop, because the switch isn't set correctly. Was there an error message? No, there wasn't. Okay, this one, when I hover there, is not showing the set direction, but this one is. And there's a number here, the 2. And, oh no, this... Middle mouse button. Clear all queued routes. Okay, actually, I think that's what that is. Let's click here again. And click here again. And now there's a 3. Oh! We can actually schedule these. We can plan these. 1, 2, 3. That can get confusing fast, I guess, due to race conditions. Anyway, so this is not setting the switches accordingly, which I don't quite understand. Why is it not setting at least this switch already? Weird. Anyway, I wanted to take this route. Oh, look at that! It just set the switch automatically afterwards. So that's the same thing that would have happened here, I think. Only this is, of course, a better use of everybody's time. This one is at its final destination, so is this one. This one wants to go to Bobny. And afterwards it wants to go back here. Yeah, okay, we have seen all of that. What about the contracts? Didn't I have contracts with a train that would come every hour, or is that one already here? I mean, I'm a bit confused. Wasn't there something about every cycle, blah blah blah? But then again, I have to realize this is real time. And when I click here on acceleration, it's just 1 minute, 2 minutes. So maybe those are still coming. Like, there we go. This one was to go to over yonder. And it can. And this one wants to go back there. Oh, I can already set this. Right mouse button cancels this. This is probably wrong. Aha, okay, that's allowed. I thought that would be a problem. So then from here I want to go there. And for some reason I cannot choose. Oh yes, I can. Okay, right, fine. Now we have the one here, as in there's something pending. Dude, what's your problem? Why is this train not moving? Why is this train not moving? I'm pretty sure that I okay, did I not click when it was like this? Pretty sure I did. I have to check that in the video later, maybe.
I noticed it's been a little while since we've accepted any contracts. How about we grab a few? It's like adding a little more steam to our engine. Keeps our experience points on the up and up.
Alrighty, so contracts. How do you accept them even? Oh, right, up here. No, wait, what? What am I saying? There was a penalty. Wow. Change minus 174%? Yeah, money per cycle, I guess. Yeah. And highest cycle score so far was 8. And we need 10, if I see that correctly on the right side, T2, there's a little 10 underneath, in one cycle to unlock the next tier. Yeah, I guess that's what that is. So this one's coming back, and I wonder if I'm missing something. Yeah, I think it's already decelerating. This one needs to go where? Oh, well, let's just set that to green for now. Yeah, I guess we would have seen a minus here from the deceleration and then a plus again. We just didn't observe it then. What's this? Is it automatically paused? Yes, it is. Oh, it is stopped even. Look at this. That's even more radical. But I don't want to do this now. So what's this one doing? This one wants to depart 1026, that's soon enough. And where does it want to go? There. Okay.
Aye. I can't believe it. It's all over the news. Ex-Minister Milos has just bought PRG Logistics, our main competitor in the freight market. He's looking to drive us out of business. I just know it. That's it. We can't stand for this. I'm sending my invention over to the R&D team. Nobody will intimidate us.
He wants to go to 1, so... Shit.
If you keep clicking that locked switch, it might just break.
Well, this guy wants to go here, and it will not arrive there if it keeps going like this. So what's the trick here? This is stupid. Why can't I set the switch? Wasn't this possible before? I mean, do I have to stop the train to do this? Wasn't it possible before to set a switch when the train is already en route? Well, the problem is, I guess, it's already planned to arrive here in this place. How do I unallocate this? Clear allocation, right mouse button, it's locked. And here, clear allocation, it's locked. Clear allocation, free. Okay. Why couldn't I do this just with the mouse, man? That's stupid. I wonder, do I now have to go here and allocate it? No. Well, it's still just driving full speed ahead. I don't know why couldn't I do this with a mouse right here. Is this some kind of safety feature? Maybe it's a planning feature, and the planning feature can be used very easily by clicking all these things, and then you're confronted with all the things that you planned with just one click. But you could also have planned it individually, maybe. This one, 1032, will depart from here to Nowhere Land. Okay, that's enough of this for me for now. I must say I like this game. It's interesting, it's entertaining. It's a cool real-time puzzle. What's this one doing? And I want to continue with this, definitely, but just not now. It has been long enough. Save. Yeah, create new save. And exit. How do you quit? Here. Yeah, I did that. See you again next time.